The luxury neighborhood of Isleworth is home to some of the most expensive real estate in Central Florida. Purchased in 1984 by PGA legend Arnold Palmer, a world-class golf course was developed here, along with dozens of opulent homes. Today on Ready, Set, Renovate, we show you how an active family of four pushes through a marathon makeover in this exclusive enclave.
On toes, on toes.
Dave and Nicole O'Reilly have been training for months for their very first marathon.
All right, I like that.
Their running coach says they're on the fast track to a good race.
There's no doubt in my mind that they're going to finish with flying colors.
The upcoming marathon isn't the only challenge they've taken on. They've also begun a total makeover of their 8,000 square foot home. Nicole says the first time she saw the house from the street, she had mixed feelings.
And I could kind of see beyond the color and the points, and I came in and I was so underwhelmed with this first floor here. I was like, oh no, 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 please don't be like this. You're killing me.
Built in the early 90s, in this exclusive golf community, it has the size and location the O'Reillys want, but it's missing the layout they need to host their large extended family.
It's choppy. There's really not a good place for entertaining. There's not a good place for gathering. Everything's kind of small little rooms, and we want to open it up.
Nicole loves to cook and says the kitchen is the first thing that has to go.
It's just dark and old, and you just don't even want to be in there.
Her husband Dave is hoping for a living room that won't trip him up.
The part of the house that bothers me the most is Death Valley, which is the sunken floor in the living room that I probably tripped over and watched our guests trip over at least a dozen times since we've been in this house. Oh. And just leveling the floor would be a huge win in terms of this renovation.
They should have put like an outline of tile around it.
But this is where you're going to trip and fall, so you know.
Right here.
And it's not just a more functional floor plan the couple wants. On-trend design is at the top of their wish list.
We spent a lot of times on plans and preparations and picking out exactly what we wanted to do and drawing up renovations, walking through it. We're hoping to get it done in about a year.
They loved the location and size, but the layout just didn't work for their large extended family. They also wanted to take the traditional look of the home in a new, more modern direction, something Nicole initially thought would be a breeze.
And I just said, oh, they'll just blast it out. Like it's this like simple task.
This is where the old part of the house started. This was inside the house. This was outside the house here where there was a porch.
The design team has been fine-tuning plans to expand the main living area and create flow between the indoor and outdoor space, which can be tricky with the differing heights of the existing structure.
This ceiling here comes down to 9'10", about a foot, a couple inches over, straight over from this corner, Nicole, to that corner.
With demo nearly complete, leftovers from previous homeowners' renovations are coming to light. Builder Victor Farina says that makes for more work before his crew can begin integrating the new elements.
Yeah, there's a number of particular challenges. One, the house had been added on to a couple different times, and you could not always tell where the additions were. We didn't have any of the older plans. So as we creeped into it, you could see where they added a beam from the original work.
This means reconfiguring the beams and adding ceiling trusses to make sure the second floor is fully supported. A time-consuming and frustrating process for Dave.
Having the structural engineers come in, reconfigure the size of the beams, reconfigure out the correct support and loads to make sure that we could take out all the walls we wanted to open up and end up with the layout that we wanted was the hardest part, and that took a long time. And it was a little frustrating because you rip open all the walls, you do all the demo, and you expect progress. And unfortunately, you kind of sit in a standstill for 30 to 45 days while you structurally figure out what needs to get done before you can move forward in terms of adding on the renovation and making sure that the house is properly supported.
The beam here and the columns, the beam is going to go away because it'll be inside of the ceiling that we're dropping.
With the structural issues finally sorted out, architect Heidi Aschenbrenner can begin figuring out how to create the large entertaining space Dave and Nicole are after.
And what was really difficult with this house is it did not have an open floor plan at all. So our challenge with this was how do we make it open when we have so many different spaces that really don't relate to each other. We want to see a lot of white and stained
While the team brainstorms ways to bring flow to the kitchen and family room, work in the master bath is moving along quickly. The large shower will be finished in a contemporary stone pattern, with dark wood cabinets providing plenty of storage. The master bedroom will house an upholstered headboard and 2 beautiful chandeliers over each nightstand. This master suite renovation certainly wouldn't be complete without this huge 200 square foot walk-in closet that'll be lined up with custom cabinetry. While the interior work continues, major changes are happening outside. Workers have extended the outdoor living space, and the new pool is taking shape. Once the inspector gives them the go-ahead, the decorative stone can be installed. Coming up next on Ready, Set, Renovate.
We had a set of plans and we knew what we were going to do, and there was creep. Maybe we'll do a little more. Maybe we'll do a little more. But if we're going to do that, we should do
then
this.
we have to do this.
And if we do this, we have. I felt like I was this, the lion tamer in the circus, and trying to keep the design team and the architect and my wife, who I love to death, back on focus.